Just was out tonight. Just in time. I want a just world. And I just did it. Hello. I was out tonight. I played football. We had a practice session earlier today. Music. We're playing this music gig up in a friend's parents' 25th silver anniversary. I think it is. Is it or 30? I don't know. Silver anniversary wedding party, and so that's on Saturday. So we're getting prepared for that. Playing all sorts of songs. What songs are we playing? Moby, yeah, Bob Marley, well, actually doing songs that I don't normally do, like Son of a Preacher Man, and some, I don't know the names of them actually, to be honest with you. We'll be doing Love Shack, and just my brain is blank. What are we doing? The Police. Boots are made for walking. The Girl from Ipanema. So we're doing anyway practice things. We've got trombone, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, bass, and drums, and percussion, and voices, and costumes, different costumes. We're bringing my tigers. We're looking for a polar bear outfit. Yeah, don't ask, maybe I'll tell you about it later. We'll see what happens. Yes, because we're doing a song called Ice Bear from this band that I keep forgetting who they are. Anyway, met just now. What inspired me to put on the camera was I met two guys that I saw earlier walking on the street together, and I thought, they're totally in love. That's nice. And then I just met them round the corner from here, and they said, or I said to them, hey Lloyd, hey people, what, I don't know how I started it, but I know my way into anybody's circle, and they then I was speaking German with them, and then they started to speak English with me, because obviously this theme. Oh yes, I opened up by saying, oh yeah, I that like sexuality and gender are different things. And one of the guys laughed, laughed in a kind of like, oh, okay, interesting, let's go. And the other one sort of looked like, huh? That went over my head. That's fine. The three of us together had a great conversation in German and in English, and they went away with total like, wow, that was amazing, because I told them, that like I'm XXY, and that, I'm intersex, and and when people ask, when I tell people that I'm XXY, and they always ask the first question, so are you homosexual? And that's the point, that gender and sexuality are completely different things, but they're always generally put in the same, place, with the questions. They're all included with each other, and we've got to change. This is what I said to the two of them. I said, we've got to change people's minds on how they look at it, because I said to them I wanted to use them as an example, but I explained to them as well that I didn't want them to feel as if I was using them for the example, but I had to use them for the example, that that they just simply walked around because they love each other. And then I said to them, and if it's not because you love each other, it's just for fucking, okay, but you still walked around the streets together, and just automatically by walking around the streets together, you are making a political statement, and I wish that it wasn't so, but you are, and it's great. Or not even a political statement. That's actually what I said, but it's actually not a political statement. It's more like a, it's putting a mark on the blank piece of paper, basically, to say, look at this. We've got a situation here that there is no need for hate, because they just display love, and it's people spending time with each other. And then I said to them, like, there is you know, there are a lot of problems with getting married, you know, as a homosexual sometimes. And they said, no, but then he said, like, oh, well, actually, yeah, there is a few problems, all right, in Germany. And I said, well, even if there isn't problems in Germany, because Germany do really, on a whole, allow homosexual normal activities to happen. And normal activities of homosexual thing are just simply, there are gay bars all over the place, all over the world. We know there are gay bars, but here, as the two guys said to me tonight, they said that here it's absolutely fine. They feel totally safe, you know, and there's no even question about it. And so that's why I wanted to mention to them, like, you know, that, like, I don't want to, you know, you abuse them as an example of a world. You know, it's a world picture. It's a lovely futuristic picture. Those two guys, if two guys, not two girls, and not two intersex, right? Or let's even just include everybody there who thinks they're different, or two transsexuals. It's not about, you know, it's just about a union and a friendship, which can be sexual as well. And you know, these people should all over the world be able to walk the streets, kiss on the streets, and whatever, you know, just adhere to the normal rules of the road, like no sex on the street, like us heterosexual people are, you know. But technically, on sexuality, I'd have to say that I would nearly have to call myself a bisexual, and I think nearly everybody would have to call themselves a bisexual too in the future, because you're not going to know in the future. You know, I've seen a lot of transsexual, I'll call them females for the moment, even though I think they're just people, but transsexual females who absolutely are my cup of tea altogether. Blonde, gorgeous, thin, everything. You know, they've got all the parts of woman now. If they were a man, you know, or again in my futuristic look of things, they were a person, and now they're a person as well. And really, it doesn't fucking matter, excuse me the fucking, because now it'll be censored and children can't watch this video, because it'd be a great video for children to watch, you know, to get these points, understand the points, the differences of sexuality and gender, you know, and not even just that, gender and sex, and because there seems to be a difference. I don't actually see a huge difference between sex and gender. I can't in my own brain fathom that there is a difference. I don't get it. People talk about sex and they talk about gender, and they've explained it to me, and I still just can't get it. I think it's because my brain is programmed from God to not be able to accept something as ridiculous as that, because we are people. We're individuals, you know, and there's too many groups in the world. And I just watched God TV today at a friend's house, and it was in English, and it was set in England, actually, and it was a song they were playing for about 12 minutes. I thought, God, I could play it at this God TV, because I do believe in God, but I don't believe in grouping people together and segregating them and saying that, you know, they're like that and there's the opposite group. Like, who needs to know what the opposite is? I mean, and on the, I know I'm waffling, but, you know, on this level of in the future, we won't know if that woman, that person that looks like a woman, you know, is a woman. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not saying transsexuals moving from a male to a female, and then, you know, I'm not saying that, I don't know, you know, look, I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm not trying to insult the transsexuals. The transsexuals generally get insulted harder when they're talking to somebody like me, who's basically saying there is no male and there is no female. I mean, obviously there is, but in the future, I'm talking about the future, and I'm trying to just say what should be in the future, which is there is no male and there is no female, 100%. There just simply isn't. We're a mixture. We're a mixture of the two breeds, all of us. And anyway, so who's to say, you know, like, who you're going to sleep with in the future. You could end up sleeping with somebody that was another sex, and in my opinion, that would be technically bisexual on some level. And plus, if we are a mixture of male and female traits, characteristics, genetic kind of characteristics, whatever, of the species, then if we are mixed already, then, and we're sleeping with people who are mixed as well, that's bisexual. So what I am saying, which is very controversial, is like, maybe there's no gay, right? Gay is just a word, like, it's ridiculous, the meaning, because maybe we're all gay, and maybe we're all intersex. That is my finishing point. I just did it. I just stated my opinion in a very, as calm as I could. It's a very emotional subject, it's a sensitive subject, but I'm with all of you. Please comment whatever your thoughts are. Ciao. Peace.